Hey there folks, we're back with the mono white tokens deck. If you want to make this deck for yourself, deck tech is linked down in the description. Gameplay is coming right up, see you in a sec. Okay, so we're up against a very red Chandra avatar. Apparently someone thinks they're a badass or something like that. We have Strong's Expertise, Declaration, Stone, and Copter. It's got some early plays, but our Copter, and I suppose we got some turn 2 reaction fire. We got 3 lands to get up to that. Depending on how we play, we can... well, we'll see. They have no turn 1 play. That makes me feel infinitely better. We get a Selfless Spirit. That's not bad. It's probably a good first play, so it eats the removal first. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do, right? Although we will play Copter, straight Copter. But we'll play Selfless Spirit beyond that. Cathartic Reunion. Interesting. Discarding 2 mountains straight into some good stuff, I guess. That is interesting. We have a Blessed Alliance. We'll bank that knowledge. Might be important, even if it's just the life gain in a deck like this. We'll watch out for that. It's a thing. Because what if they're like straight burn or something like that? They're not. They're a Flameblade Adept, is what they are. Cartouche of Zeal. Got anything else? Okay, so he's got a 2/3. That's something to note. Declaration of Stone on a 1-drop is not very appealing. So do we beat him back? Ooh, oh yes, yes we do. Yes we do. We beat him back. Let's find some really stupid answers. He has a lightning axe. And Selfless Spirit does the work. We're keeping our Copter. He's down to 2 cards in hand. Look at it that way, guys. So, I mean, yeah. We're about to have some selection. Another Strom's Expertise. Well, if he's playing Cartouche of Zeal... these are so good for the situation at hand right now. Is Bygone Bishops the play to remove here? I mean, Selfless Spirit messes with them. Blessed Alliance messes with them. Yeah. We just get them down to 0 cards and then we just overrun them with Strom's Expertise. That sounds like a plan. And if we get a land next turn, I suppose we can Strom's into, say, Selfless or something like that. Or even Declaration in Stone. Battlements, keep that in mind. So, we can have hasty stuff coming out at us. He is staying untapped. He is making every attempt to... ooh, okay, Kithion. So, we probably want a land drop, just so we have our 2 mana options open. I'm going to do the same play. I'm going to do Selfless Spirit. And force him to use his entire hand if he's got removal for all that stuff. What do we get? We get a Regal Caracal, which is way high on the curve right now. Or is Kithion just a better... you know what? Kithion, go away. We need a land. We're at 3 lands and quite a bit of cards, and we're not seeing the options. I know I could play Kithion and force him to have removal for it. It's 5 mana straight into Glorybringer. So we're going to be... Are you going to exert that, is the question. That was a pretty good draw. We're just going to let that go. Land! Yes! Okay, so we got to stem a little bit of damage here. We have some room from Glorybringer. It's not an issue right now. He's tapped down. Let's Rom's expertise. I'm going to actually Declaration in Stone this. He's at 1 card, so... And it is a problem. So this gives us 2 chump blockers. Highly doubtful he's got some sort of crazy untap effect. I'm sure that he's going to run out of steam or brick at some point in time here. So let's find our answers. So Ketra's Monument. We have Regal Caracal as our only option here. We want to get rid of Glorybringer next turn. I'm going to ditch the expertise. Yes. And keep the Blessed Alliance. We'll try to kind of work it in there eventually here. But Blessed Alliance will gain us our life back, and then Caracal will be a very stable mainstay after that, depending. Force him to have the answers anyway. With the Cartouche, it's possible that he might have paired the Trial, so we got to keep in mind he's got a little bit of damage reach potentially. He's going for the clue, so he doesn't have the answer. Not yet, anyway. And Blessed Alliance means he'll have to exert... He's got a Blood Rage Brawler, which means that he's down a card. A Cartouche of Zeal. That's kind of mean. So one creature can't block, and the other one we're chumping with. He's got some pretty pristine draws going on with what his options are left. So we're going to do that. This makes it a little more difficult. A Hanware Militia Captain. Okay, so our situation here is he's got no cards. He's got the battlements, which means that if he draws a creature, he can haste it out. Our Blessed Alliance can gain us life, and he'll have to choose one of these creatures. Both of them are pretty mean. But if he attempts to exert, then that's a thing. We can double block to get the one. No, I don't know what he's going to choose as a pick. So we're going to have to full-on Blessed Alliance this, I think. Maybe draw into something else with the Copter. We've got to get rid of this, though. If he sacks Glorybringer, then, well, we'll have to see. But we're on the defense right now. Because a big attack's coming our way here. And we're telegraphing Blessed Alliance, so he better decide. Does he want to go through with this? He leaves one back. No, he does not. Alright, well, we're Blessed Alliancing. Alright, gain some life. You sack something. Take your pick. Alright, so he did not exert that. That's important to note. Won't block unless we have to. There's another Blessed Alliance. That's not bad. Okay, so he could potentially ambush. We're just going to use the Blessed Alliance anyway. It's a hard call. We're going to just sit back. We can at least cancel the damage if he doesn't draw a creature to... Oh, he is going to come in! This is kind of what we were looking for, though. So, gain some life, and you sack that, please. And now we're looking a little better. We got a little breathing room. Just a little. It's got a land. Okay, we drew in a Ketra's Monument. Okay, this is how we're going to play this. He might have removal. Might. He has removal. That's the last of his options. This guy is staying back for the fact that he has this. With that said, we're going to drop a Ketra's Monument. This is our breathing... Oh, shit! I forgot the costless. It's okay. We'll give him a tough decision next turn, potentially. If we draw a land, that is. He's got the garrison. Ooh. Well, we've got a half an answer for the garrison. That's rough. That is indeed rough. I am not concerned about this turn, but I want to see what my next turn setup is before I start blocking. It is another copter. That's not gonna do it. Alright, card call down. Now, he could get the big trampler dude out. How big is that trampler dude? 7/4. We can lifelink that away. So that's fine. We'll just probably overblock. So let's stay in a very safe spot. Because he'll have an Eldrazi coming with him. It's the first time an opponent's ever had the potential to flip it. Let's see if he actually does. We're kind of prepared for him. He has to be able to kill the cat, though. So he can only do one play here. If he flips it, then we just drop these two, and we'll actually gain life out of the situation. Or we can kind of flip our blocks so we can use some of these tokens to do some work too. We'll see. We've got a monument down so we can make recoveries. So he has to make a very tough decision on whether or not he actually wants to flip it. He is indeed waiting. He wants to be able to handle that. Anointed Priest, not bad. We can play out all of our technical playable hands. So let's play Anointed Priest. It decide to kick in eventually. Our Handwear Militia Captain, which gives him another choice he has to deal with. We can't attack in because he can still flip it. But we can definitely get the copter down so that we can deal with it afterwards. So we've got a pretty wide board state. We're at 11 health. We can deal with the garrison now. Even if he's got a removal in hand. So we know he's going to try to flip it and do some... He does not flip it. I got the cost right. Is that a sorcery play? No, he can do that anytime, and he did not. There was no true downside to being able to do that. So he's got another guy. And he's got nothing, which is interesting anyway. We can loot away this monument with Copter anyway. After he's done deciding. AI decides also not to flip. We get a flipped guy of our own. A very nice flipped guy. Okay, so we get a land. The land's getting played. We're going to run Copter. This can block the township easily. very easily. We're going to use one of these guys. And we're going to just, we're going to send that in. I don't want to risk losing this guy, so we're going to leave him at home, creating tokens for us. Aether Sphere Harvester. There's some more life gain for us, just in case they have an alternative plan that they think they can come up with. So we got him dead in 3 turns one way or another, but this will gain us some life. It's a safe play until we... Yeah, there's the flip. Knew that was coming. So we can block with this guy quite effectively, and if we need to, we just crew these guys to turn it into a 13-13 if he's got pump or anything silly like that. So it's fine. No plus side to him attacking. Not going to survive that. So we managed to get past that. If he had done it a little earlier, there might have been some effective plays. We're going to crew with this on that guy. I suppose we could... send the Aether Sphere Harvester. Land. Yes, could send the Aether Sphere Harvester. Some more life gain. We'll do it next turn, guys. We'll do it next turn. Still a turn, 2-turn clock either way, so it's fine that way. I suppose we might have had the amount of tokens we needed to actually do it anyway. You never know. He has a Kozilek's Return in hand or something like that. Gone. We get smacked hard, so there's no use. So Westvale Abbey's pretty nice. We'll just put that right there. And we'll actually crew with you, confirm, and crew with one of you. There. And we'll just send those guys in. And because I'm feeling generous, we'll do that, because AI. What's our card we get in case they have a blowout? It's a land. We'll get them with a land. Well, we could get them with a land, but I mean, whatever. It's fine. We got through it. We're done. Awesome. Let's move on to the next one. All right, we're against 5 squares. We're on the play. We have a pile of land and a Catcher's Monument and something that doesn't activate by it. No. Bygone Bishop, Sacred Cat, Gideon Ally, Zendikar, and no Catcher's Monument. Sounds okay. Let's get the cat out. We'll play our game by ear. We'll see what our opponent is doing to decide our turn 3 plays. It's if we get a land, of course. We need a land. Turn 1 Pyramid of the Pantheon. Okay, they're a Dirtle deck, and since they're going to Dirtle, we might be able to get some advantage out of that. Don't know. Don't know. Turn 2 Handworm Militia Captain. Interesting. And potentially, yes? We'll force them to do something, I suppose. It gives us some power, gives them a clock while we... so we'll be on the beatdown while we try and figure out where our land is coming from. That is, unless they have the removal. So we'll see where they're at. Blue. White, blue, and a thing. So Azorius so far, not a land. Let's swing in. Let's see what they decide. I don't fear you. So if they're white-blue... Do we want a Selfless Spear to make them use something? They have nothing to use, so they're going to add a counter. So they have no plays. So this is a good board state to keep for a little while. we'll just sit on this, and if we actually draw lands, we'll play our non-creature stuff. So we'll leave Bishop behind for a little while. We'll see what they're up to anyway. They're going for a mana of any type. They're going for green. Interesting. How many counters did it need? 3? 3. Okay, so they're playing something. Sylvan Advocate. That's no big deal. So they've got a blocker. No big deal. That's our land. Okay. So, do I care about Sylvan Advocate? Absolutely not. Although they could get into some big mana stuff very soon, we're going to attempt to start punishing them. I'm going to drop the Monument and force them to... So we kind of know they're banned. Please? Please? Thank you? Harvester is also a thought. But it comes down to choice. Which one do you want to get Rex Saged? We've got a board state. Let's sit on Harvester for now. Your Sylvan Advocate can do whatever he does. I don't even care. There's no blowouts yet of any kind. He's got... That's 3, right. So... That could be big mana, but he is definitely going for a 3-drop here. Or less. And it is spring. So he's attempting to ramp. And he's got ramp options now. He's got some pretty good ramp options. Gonna swing with that guy? Okay. And don't care. Although that was an opportunity to kill it. There's our 4th mana. Now, that's actually a pretty good set of options. We can Emblem Gideon as an option, actually. Or we can Token. I think Token's probably a good situation here. So I'm going to swing with my 2-1. He might have some big mana plays. This is indeed true. So this gives 3 mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 8. 8. What is that? Let's see. That is 8 mana. Okay. So, what's in Bant that's going to cause a huge issue? I don't know, but I'm going to get my 4th token down. And we'll threaten this. Would like a creature to run in tandem with Bygone Bishop, but hey, whatever. We'll see what's up. So he has to have a land. One way or the other. Does have 8 mana, can go to 9. That's a lot of mana. And if he's got Ulamog in hand, I'll be salty. He does have Mind available if he wishes. If he wants to try and draw in. Cast out. Interesting. Targeting that. No, you're not attacking this turn. I'm using it. Force the play. We're going to get into a situation where cast out doesn't mean a damn thing to us. Eventually, anyway. God damn it. So this is creature spell. We can play out our entire hand. Potentially drop an emblem. Emblem would be pretty good. He's got 4 mana. I gotta watch out for that. That's 4 mana. So I play defensively on the same curve, I suppose. It's probably the way to do it. Do we plus or do we emblem? An emblem would make for some very big creatures and make for a tough scenario for our opponent. Let's emblem. And then we don't have to worry about protecting him because he's getting into some super mana plays right now. So let's do that and let's send in these two. He may have a play, but we'll find out. We'll see if he's got a play. He does not. He's protecting his life total. We may see a board wipe. With that said, maybe it's just more prudent to drop Harvester. The cat can protect Harvester. Or, you know, what you know what I mean. We'll have a 4/6 in the air. When we're fearing his 10th mana, then we'll get a little more aggressive. Planar Outburst. I had a feeling it was coming. That's why I didn't play Bygone Bishop. Now, if we get a creature card drawn, then we can continue this whole train. So another Ketris Monument. Because reasons. Okay. He's tapped out. We're going to play the cat. And then we're going to crew and swing in for another 3. He's got 3 mana. We don't know for what. But he hasn't actually used it. It's very hard to tell. Okay, there we go. Blessed Alliance. So he does have Blessed Alliance. So that's a thing. Do I want to play the bishop yet? Not without a clue. Not without a clue. Not without a clue. We do need some creatures here at this point in time. We have drawn into 3 creatures? 4 creatures? 4 creatures total. Sam, we're... Fuck! That's bad. Okay, we need to... Thank you! Bygone Bishop. Okay, so thing is, we'll have 2 Bygone Bishops here. We'll have a bunch of tokens. And we'll have clues coming in. That was good enough. Let's see if he's willing to push with this. We might be able to keep up with Convergence. I don't know. It's going to be a hell of a push. But a Planar Outburst again is a possibility. He's casting Mind. He's 4 mana left over. Nissa. Interesting. So his draws are going to get better. That's a thing. Sandworm Convergence is problematic. He'll have 2 tokens. We can get in for 2 next turn if we went all out. So that's the thing. Just point note what our capabilities are right now. So we do need to draw creatures into clues, into whatever. That's a land. We definitely need to crack the clue. Son of a... And then our engine just rolls over and dies. Not worth attacking in. The emblem's going to help us kind of, a little, sort of. It depends. He's seen his scry. He knows what he can get off the top for 4 or less. Nope, he's scrying up. Now say if he had repositioned a land for the scry target. You could set that out potentially. Something like that. I don't know. But you get the land play anyway, I suppose. So it's a thing. This is renewal for a ton of life. Getting a bunch of lands. We may see an Ulamog. Maybe. We do need this game to get out of control. So we do need a creature so we can draw a ton of clues to try and get this out of control. Because we need to go faster than them. A lot faster than them. We can't brick. Anointed Priest is sufficient. That gets us clues. Take advantage of our lands. Play that. Let's get out of control if we can. If we can. Another Anointed Priest. Not bad. Let's do that then. Like I said, we need to get out of control here. We need to get stupid right now. What would I ideally draw? Probably not that. That was not what I was meaning. But we do have the ground a little bit shored up right now. We've got the clues on standby. The planar outburst would reset things. This is at... Okay, so he can send it next turn. He could have sent it that turn if he wanted to for 10 damage. But we do technically have blockers. It's really, you know, just how we want to go about it. So we're going to try and gain some life to get out of his situation. From Beyond means Ulamog. Basically, the things to deal with Ulamog, we need to draw into a Declaration in Stone now. So we've got to keep this train going as long as possible. Draw as many cards as possible. Oblivion Sower, what are we losing? We're losing a cat. Anointed Priest. We have Anointed Priest, Smuggler's Copter, and Cat were our top draws. Which draws us closer into the things we might need. His board is getting big. We can Declaration in Stone and potentially win if we get to the absurd level. So there is that. But he does have From Beyond. So that is something to be concerned about. So we need to draw our deck in stones. That's Gideon of the Trials. How many did we draw any deck in stones yet? No. So we drew into no creatures. We have to have creatures or something. We can expertise into... Oh, there's a Westvale, which is kind of useless right now. I don't want to drop that into... It's hard to say. We'll take it as we can right now. We'll have enough mana left over to expertise if we absolutely need to here. We draw a Sacred Cat. Sacred Cat or expertise. Gets us our clues if he wants to go after the clues. Or we can have him choose Gideon of the Trials as a target, but we do need the deck in stone. We can do a couple plays. Let's go wider. Or do we go into card draw? We go into card draw, we get the clue. We gain some life. We continue our train. That keeps us going. And we'll put this down and force him to have an answer, which means either minus stuff or whatever. But we'll just do something. I don't even care. And then he can try and figure out which one it was in the meantime. So we'll just kind of hang out. We got some clues. He's going for Ulamog, clearly. Yep. That was coming, yeah. He's got plenty of mana left over. Is he running counter spells? I don't know. We haven't seen anything like that yet. Nothing's really stood out in that regards. So what's he going after? Honestly, at this point in time, with the board state that he has right now, these would be the targets I would go after. Stop the engines. Or stop this engine. Take your pick. He's going after one of those and the Westvale Abbey. You've got a Samworn Convergence out, you nitwit. Gets another token. So we need our Deccan Stones, badly. Another Kettra's Monument. Jeez, we drew them all. Oh my god. Please find me that answer. Selfless Spirit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can get 6 damage in with that. But Selfless Spirit's good. We'll cast it. We'll get the Kettra Monument trigger. And we'll get the life gain. We'll get the clues. Find me a freaking Declaration in Stone. I don't know if we can win another Westvale Abbey. Son of a... Okay, so what's our targets here? I wish this said something like can't block or some nonsense like that. Or can't attack. Prevent all damage target permanent would deal. Well, there's a lot of damage that Ulamog does and that I don't want him dealing. So we'll do that. So we've got our protection and we've got ourselves a clue, which I'm going to sack with that mana. If we get a 1 or 2 drop, there's our Declaration in Stone. Well, we're going to lose a lot, but we got our Declaration in Stone. Unfortunately, that's all we got. He's going up with Nissa. He could have gone through the air. So let's take a look at this. If we deck in stone his sandworms, we're probably going to say we keep everything right now. So that means 2, 4, 6, 8, 18, 19, 20 with 2 blockers. And we've got another guy here. So that's additional blockers, which means that we could technically deck in stone if he makes no plays. But he may have multiple plays. So, hard to say. It's definitely a Trump situation. And I'm going to definitely attempt to push my mana into that situation here. So what do we lose here, other than a bunch of lands? We've lost Kithion. All right, let's drop that for a second. Let's let this attack go through so I can actually take time to read stuff. Kithion, we lost a Blessed Alliance. Thalia. Regal Caracol is whatever. So our declaration, our second Declaration in Stone is still in the deck somewhere. In those 10 cards, there's a second Declaration in Stone. Might be worth it. Might be worth it. I think it's worth it. So we'll be swinging with Gideon at some point. We need to sack this clue. We don't need Ormondal. He's useless at the moment. Our clue is sideways. Oh, his Ulamog's tapped. Nice. All right. Declaration Stone. If he has a fog, I will lose all respect for this player. Nice. All right. Getting into a creature. Everything must go. Except the flyers, that is. Everything must go. Buy now. Don't wait. There we go. Wow. Wow. What a game, guys. What a game. All right. Hope you enjoyed. And wow. I'll see you later. I got to get over this. Take a break. Something like that. All right. Bye-bye.